Returning back to the Blue Eye Structure deck, some of these little buyouts over the course of the weekend, and so much more. You guys smash some crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. So Maiden of White. Hey look, 165 on up to 170. We have been cruise controlling for a while now. We gotta remember, I mean, Maiden is kind of the card out of this set that everybody kind of wants to acquire. And I kind of understand that, actually. You know, it's a 3-of. Now, the other 3-of here is kind of starting to gain a little bit of value out here. I think that this one took a while. We're finally looking at 143. You have kind of gone a little bit further beyond that benchmark that we were kind of expecting to be seeing out here. But 143, okay. And then, of course, the Spirit Ultimate Dragon itself, the 1-of in the extra deck. Coming in at a nice 133 bucks on up. Just kidding, it's like 139. So you're basically at 140 right now. After tax is going to put you above that threshold as per, you know, what you kind of were expecting. The decks themselves, you can buy 8 of these for $106, which is nuts. And then, of course, just the deck, $12.39. Hey, we're pushing down, I guess. That promo pack really matters all that much. Infinite Impermanence out of these decks are $3. Ashes, 2s now. The Maiden of White Secret Rares, these are $1.24. These are surprisingly nice and cheap. Same thing out here with the Wishes for Eyes of Blue coming in at $1. And then the Spirit Dragon coming in at a solid $1 as well. So, I mean, those rarity upgrades, they're not going to cost you hardly anything. And I think that's a nice addition, actually. You know, take your advantages where you can get them. Oh, man, these Wishes are down. Everything in this deck is finally starting to push under because there are so many copies of them on the market. So we're going to enter the long game over the next 4 to 5 years with this deck. And we'll see how things kind of come back and settle, you know, when we come back and check again on 2029. Oh, speaking of other things that have just been rising out here, surprisingly, it's not the Shield Hero. You're looking at $17 right now on the Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. Now, why is this card experiencing a nice... Well, it's because you can bring it off of the Spirit Dragon, and people started to realize, oh, hey, you know, like, this is an actual, like, 1-of that we can actually play, you know, actually getting value off of this. Looking pretty good, so, you're looking at like $20, $22. Actually, the fact that this goes up to $420.69 out here, giggity. Somebody's got to have a funny number, and I guess that tends to make sense, right? You got to love people just coming up with stupid things that they're really trying to impress people with. So, all right, I guess. Now, this one is awfully eerie. Ooh. Does somebody know something about Eldlich, the golden chicken nugget? No, I don't think anybody does. I think that people just kind of realized, oh, hey, you know, we like the alt arts. We're seeing this go up in value now. And it's kind of a scenario that is kind of, you know, been pushing this. Honestly, the highest sale that you've had is $24. You had a 15, a 15, a 20, a 17, and a 16 here. So it's not like this card is experiencing a massive, you know, overturning, because 24 is the limit. Unless something comes through here and, you know, makes this card break and, you know, has an application, I think we're going to go back down over time. Because you got to remember, you know, you're competing with the other version of this one as well. I mean, I know people tend to forget that there are 2 quarter centuries of the Golden Man himself. And, of course, your alternative here is $11. So, $11, $30. You kind of got to make that sway out here of what's really going to be worth it to you. I talked about this one yesterday. I see that we've got some German Lordly Lodes on the market here. 2 listings. It looks, multiple playsets of them in German coming at $160. A little bit more than I'd want to be spending. You're looking at $160, $163 up here. And actually, we're moving. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised about that, but there is this. Now, yesterday morning, Lordly Lodes were actually at the $90 mark. Actually, we were a little bit over. I see today, about 24 hours later, We've seen a fall down out here, that we're seeing this card kind of retreating back in value, which is okay. Seeing this card actually go back down to $85 is very, very good for the market. For those that have kind of been on the fence about wanting to pick these up, I think that this is a W for you. The Heavenly Spheres. I see 7 listings. Now, you should be no stranger to watching this card be repeatedly pressured down upon. Because, like, one week, you're watching it go up because of Dragon Link. Somebody figured something out, watch the card go back down. And then Blue Eyes hits the ground running. And then you've got an explosion of value out here because it's literally, one of the best inboard pieces out here. You're looking at $34 on up to $35 as of filming this with your sales data. Looks like 28 was about the highest we've seen sales on this. So, I mean, I don't really like that all that much. Hieratic Heavenly Spheres, can I actually get listings for this pulled up? The Platinum Seeker Rare actually is $4. The Ghost from the Past is still a little bit, lol. The PUR, the Ultimate Rare, this is the one I personally like. I'd consider, if there's an alternative to something on the market you want, look at this one. Honestly, this is my personal favorite. Ooh, the Sunny Pixie. Oh, this card's funny. Some Blue Eyes players out here, and I'll talk a little bit more about this in depth later in the week, where we've seen this, how we've seen this, what we've seen this, how we've seen this. The Sunny Pixie here from the Advent Calendar 2011. Now remember, Germany got an exclusive Advent Calendar product for whatever reason, and it still is doing a lot of damage to today's market. You're looking at $11 a copy from that. Speaking of digging on into this, I mean, it's the reason why this card's seeing play. If this card is sent to the graveyard for Synchro Summon of a Light Monster, you can gain 1,000 life points. Oh, okay. Going back into this Advent Calendar, this takes me back $28. Okay, I mean, that's kind of cool. Your Sirokkos are still 15s from this. The Qualoots were infinite value for years. Like, the Qualoots from this product were actually nuts. Red Dragons coming in at 550s. Not a lot of real change there. $6 on the Junk Synchrons. Your Black Rose, $6. Card actually looks nice. Ancient Fairy Dragon from this set is also still $3. Okay. The Resonator coming in about a little bit of value at $5. I see we got 450 Shield Guardness. Your Morphtronic Remotants, 250s. Okay. I feel like that really hasn't changed all that much. There's your Sunny Pixies at a stupid value. Formula Synchrons have definitely calmed down. They're like 3s. There was a time, man, when those were crazy. Power Tool coming in at $4. Aurora the Northern Lights, $1.50. Nitro Warrior, still $3. Big Piece Golem, surprisingly, it still has value. Same thing with the Boomboxing. And of course, we had the Karibon in here as well. The Blackwing Dragon also had $1.50 value. And then the Unicorn. This was like the 5D special from like this era. Like, honestly, Nitro Synchron coming in at 50 cents. And then, of course, we just kind of dip on down here into some other interestingly high rarity cards. Alrighty. Oh, the Prima Donna. So for those of you that were kind of wondering what you're doing with this, so you basically combo this with Minstrel to get the hand rip from your opponent to produce a Water Barrier statue onto your field to laugh at your opponent. Now, yesterday there were 7 listings of this. I see that we have doubled up to 14 listings in 24 hours, which is not too terrible. You're still looking at this being a solid $5 card. Don't worry, you don't have to spend real money on this, because there is a common down here from the 2021 Megatins at 7 cents. So if you're making an order for the Mermail deck, well, you can just go ahead and toss it on in there, and, you're off to the races. The Black Goat Laughs. I'm going to talk about this later in the week, too, but $92 a piece on these is stupid. But down here, we saw $30 being broke out in these, which is so insane, actually. You're looking at $30 all the way across the board here on up to 32s. And it's all because of the insane value that you actually get with this card, because it is the broken piece that allows good old White Force to function. And, of course, we have Synchro Rumble. This card's been kind of taken off a little bit. Crimson Dragon can search it. It puts a free body back on the field, and so forth. I mean, that's kind of interesting, to say the least. But Synchro Rumbles have actually hit the $3 to $4 mark. This was from Age of Overlord. So, I would love to see a secret printing of this. And, it's kind of come a long way. But that's all we have for today's market. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And, of course, I'm looking forward to seeing what these last little alt arts are going to be for the upcoming quarter century stampede. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.